Well, hey there. So today's video is about bad habits. So what is it? What is a bad habit? What does that mean? A bad habit is something that we do that we don't feel good about, usually to get away from a feeling that doesn't feel good. So we kind of don't actually achieve our purpose, which is to get away from the negative feeling because we just end up feeling another negative feeling instead. I think the only real difference is it's delayed onset negativity, which just means that the habit feels really good in the moment and then at the time, then once that numbing kind of wears off, then we kind of feel a new negative feeling. And what's challenging about this is that now you not only still have this suppressed thing you're trying to get away from, now you have this new sort of negative icing on the top of that. It's really lose-lose, but that's looking at it from a really sort of global perspective. That's kind of trying to see the past, present, future of the situation. When we are engaging in habits that we determine to be bad, we're really in like a tunnel vision of I feel a certain way, or I feel a certain feeling is coming on, or a situation is coming on, and it's really very subconscious. We just reach for this other thing that we've determined will relieve the building pressure in that moment. Comfort food is a perfect example. We've really accepted this concept that food can be comforting, and the comfort foods are always they're never healthy, and so it's interesting that what we find comforting is also what we find uncomfortable. Do you ever feel good after eating it? Do you ever feel good after gorging on macaroni and cheese? I don't. No, that's not comforting at all. You're doing something that in the moment when you're feeling stressed, when you're not feeling good, and someone says, "Oh, here, have this bowl of mac and cheese." This hat just keeps getting so. Is it me? Why is it crooked? Does it matter? It doesn't matter. So like you're having a bad day and you sit down to a bowl of macaroni and cheese or some sort of comfort food, and then it's just kind of like everything just closes off, right? And then it's just you and the bowl. And for however long that lasts, and it's usually not very long, right? It's usually not long enough. Food is but one, quote unquote bad habit that we have. I think for me it's often like Facebook binging. Just scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, hoping to find something that's going to grab my attention, or something that's going to validate me, or something that's going to excite me, or something that's going to wake me up. Netflix binging, that's another one that we kind of all glorify. And Netflix makes it really easy because if they release a show, all 12 episodes in one go, and then as they autoplay the next episode as each one ends, how are you not going to binge on Netflix? Another thing that I've seen a lot is people who they're really healthy throughout like 2/3 of their day. A really good healthy breakfast, great lunch. Like they've got it all figured out until about 6 o'clock at night, until about when they're getting home from work, and then it all just like goes completely off the rails. Just like a total like cheese fest. And wine and bread and like just kind of like a fire sale of your refrigerator, I really experienced that a lot as well when I used to work in the corporate world. And thinking about it now, it's like when I would go through that, and other people I knew went through that, it was of course this opportunity to beat yourself up for not maintaining your healthy diet throughout the day. But the more I looked at it, the more I kind of like tried to understand why it kept happening to me and other people. It just made perfect sense. It's like, this is not because you're lazy or that you don't have any willpower or any other kind of reason that starts with you're not good enough or you have done something wrong. It's because you're reacting to and you're responding to something else in your life that needs to be addressed. These are reactions. These habits are reactions. They're responses. And so it really is about understanding, what am I responding to? Why do I keep engaging in this? I think ultimately addressing your feelings from a place of curiosity is really the most powerful way to understand where they're rooted in, because curiosity doesn't really give you the opportunity to judge or beat yourself up. Curiosity kind of keeps you objective about things and keeps you slightly removed so that you can see the larger picture. And it's also a way to really stay open for whatever comes up for you when doing this kind of experiment.